Hey, Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. It is Tuesday, January 4th. I'm not sure when this is going to be published, but New Year's off to a great start. Today, or last night, I should say, we just got the great news that Fanatics has purchased Topps, which literally is like torture because I know that means Topps Finest, Topps Chrome, Topps Contemporary Collection, Bowman Chrome, things like that. I can't wait. I'm praying, please buy Panini so we can start this process right now. And then go ahead and grab Upper Deck while you're there so we can start making Upper Deck Exquisite, Fleer, Skybox Premium, and all the great sets from the 90s that we talk about and we love so much. I really wish the young people could experience those types of products that bring back so much nostalgia for people that are my age in their 40s and late 30s and 50s. 60s even, the Topps Chrome brand, the original refractors, fewer parallels, cards that mean more, just established steady brands that bring us back to our childhood. Anyway, without any delay, let's get going here. So as you can see, this is episode number 3 of the top 50 cards in my collection, and I'm going to put an asterisk on that. Not all 50 are actually cards. We're going to have a guest appearance from other assets, and I don't mean NFTs because I still don't understand what that word or that abbreviation means because I'm too old. But it's going to include not only the top 50 basketball cards, but there's going to be an appearance of a set at some point in here, and there's also going to be an appearance of a box or two of cards somewhere in this top 50 list. So I've kind of included this. This should really say the top 50 assets in my collection. But anyway, let's get cranking. So first, So we'll pull up our list here. So this is cards number 30 through 21. And card number 30 on the list, continuing right where we left off. There's going to be a heavy dose of 1997 Metal Universe in here. As you guys know how I feel about that set. This card I've got pulled up on the screen, and it's not in my vault yet. And the deal is not technically consummated yet, but it is a very well vetted seller from Europe who I did a great deal of research and who I've obviously seen his account on Instagram and Facebook for many, many years. He's as solid as it gets. So this card is actually flying somewhere over the Atlantic Ocean on its way to ship my cards, at which point, once it's received and I'm notified of it, I will make payments, and then that card will be shipped by Brian Wells at Ship My Cards to Brian Dennison's vault. And that is, so this card is in play. It's the 1997 PMG Red Patrick Ewing. As we've said ad nauseum, these cards are serial numbered to 100, but there's really only 90. This is the BGS 8.5, and it's one of the highest graded Patrick Ewings in the world. Very happy to have it in my collection. Very happy to have added it less than a week ago. So that's card number 30, guys. So card number 29. Again, like I said, there's going to be a little theme here. You'll see population 1 of 2 with just 3 graded higher. It is the Grant Hill 97 PMG Red. In pretty good condition. The top, the bottom edge seems to be the edge that's the most scuffed when I look at these PMGs. I'm not really sure why. I guess maybe back in the 90s when these cards were pulled, maybe people put them loosely into a white 3-row box or a white 1-row box, and maybe the bottom was just constantly scraping the bottom. If you guys have ever held one of these cards in your hands, they're friable. I mean, these cards explode when you touch them because they're foil everywhere. You really can't put any type of friction whatsoever on them, or you're going to see some of this whitening, and there's nowhere to hide it since it's red everywhere. But this is a BGS 7.5. It's got a fantastic 9.5 centering and a 9 surface. As you can see, the edges and the corners are dinged. But as we've discussed on prior episodes, and anybody who knows anything about the 97 precious metal gems, 7.5 is right in the middle. 7.5, PSA 5.6. Those are kind of the go-to grades. Those are the more standard grades for these PMG Reds. So that, my friends, is card number 29. Card number 28, we go back to Jordan. And more interestingly, I own 2 Kobe Bryant cards in my, I own 3 Kobe Bryant cards in my entire collection. 2 of them feature Michael Jordan on the front and Mr. Kobe Bean Bryant on the back. This is one of those cards, but we'll focus on the front since that's why I bought it. It is the 1998 East-West Refractors, Kobe and MJ. This card is properly slabbed. I've seen this card actually slabbed backwards, probably I guess by a Kobe collector, or maybe as a mistake by PSA or BGS. The Kobe is definitely supposed to be on the back for 2 reasons. Number one, he couldn't hold Jordan's jock. And number two, it is the back of the card. As you can see, it's got the card number right there and states refractor next to it. And so that's supposed to be the back of the card. The Jordan is supposed to be on the front of the card. But this one's a beautiful BGS 10, which makes it super special in my eyes. There's a lot of 9.5s out there. There's even a good chunk of PSA 10s. There's not too many BGS 10s. So this card really holds a special place in my collection at card number 28. Scrolling back, let's go to card number 27. Back to my guy Giannis. Like I said, if you guys have watched the episodes, and as you see this trend will continue. The bulk of my collection is set collecting, 86 Fleer, 97 PMGs. But as far as player collecting goes, it's MJ, Giannis, LeBron, and Shaq. And so you're going to see Giannis make another appearance right here with his flagship go-to rookie card, the 2013 Prism. It's not called silver back then, even though we call it silver today. The Prism is what they like to call it. But if I'm listing this or I'm buying this or I'm searching for it, I always put the word silver in there anyway, just to make sure you catch everything. But it is a minimum gem card with 3 9.5s and a 9. I actually picked this one up last. I've talked about this before. I've got a little mini rainbow of Giannis Prism rookie cards, all 9.5 grade. You saw the light blue, you saw the red, you're seeing the silver here, and there's a few more to come, as you will see as we keep going. But this Giannis Prism Silver is card number 27. Back to our PMG Red theme. Card number 26, population 1 of 6, just 3 graded higher, is going to be this Tracy Mcgrady. I love this card in a PSA Red label. It is beautiful and it matches, and this is T-Mac's rookie card. He looks as goofy as humanly possible, but he's wearing arguably the greatest uniform that's ever been worn in the NBA. You could probably throw up there the old Denver Nuggets multi-rainbow colored skyline in there, but this is just a badass card. He looks as goofy as hell right here in this picture, but he don't let looks fool you. He was an absolute cold-blooded killer. Historically underrated because his career was cut a little bit short. And even the final years of his career where he did play, he was so hobbled by a bad back injury. He just wasn't himself. But two times he led the league in scoring. But this is his, I'm going to guess it's one of his 3 best rookie cards in existence. Not necessarily the grade, but the actual card, the PMG Red. You've got the PMG Green, which obviously would be number 1. And then you've also got Credentials Now, and things like that. I'm not an expert on those Credentials cards. I just know they're big time cards. Comment below if somebody can remind me if there's a better, there's got to be better Tracy Mcgrady rookies out there, because he was in an era of, I think in 97 there was maybe serial numbered autographs or some masterpieces or something like that. But certainly one of his 10 best rookie cards, I would have to guess. Again, I'm not an expert on Tracy Mcgrady. I don't play or collect him, but I do have that one. As I am a set chaser. So that was card number 26. Card number 25. Again, we're going to stay with the theme. It's a Scottie Pippen. It's population 1 of 5, only 2 graded higher by BGS. It's got a 9 centering, a 9 surface, but as usual, you're going to get hit pretty hard on the edges and the corners. And so it's a BGS 8, which is right smack in the middle. Again, with the red uniform, a red lava-looking basketball, and then the red background. I would really love to see this in a PSA slab. Something I am considering doing is converting some of these BGS cards into PSA slabs, even if that means it goes from a BGS 8 to a PSA 4 or 5. It's something I have considered. I need to do a lot more research and ask some more knowledgeable collectors. That's one thing that I always tell you guys. If there's something that you're not sure about, go get an answer. The answer's out there in the hobby. There's too many people that are helpful that can answer these types of questions for you. I'm going to go get an answer. I want to convert every single PMG that I have from raw to PSA, or maybe even from Beckett to PSA. I just need to make sure it's a done deal and a per se assurance that it is going to convert to a slab. What I don't want is to send it to them in a BGS slab and then they crack it and then they somehow deem it not authentic or altered or something weird like that. So I want to make sure that's not a possibility before I, do a massive wholesale switch over. But this Pippin PMG Red comes in at number 25 on the list. Number 24, here's where the asterisk comes in. So number 24 is this 2016. It says 2017 on the label here if I zoom in, but it is 2016. I'm not sure why National Treasures, why it says this. I think it's because of, it's got the date when National Treasures was produced during that calendar year. But make no mistake, this is a 2016 National Treasures basketball case. 4 boxes, 1 pack per box, 10 cards per pack, so 40 cards in here. It is sealed with the Panini seal on it. I bought it from a very vetted seller. Some of you guys may know him, Primetime Sports Cards in Frederick, Maryland. I think I got that right, Bruce. Go try to find him on Instagram. He is an old friend of mine. He used to own a shop here in Baton Rouge and has moved up there. But it is the 2016 National Treasures sealed hobby box. And obviously in there, you're looking for not a Ben Simmons RPA because he didn't sign for them. He was Upper Deck exclusive, but you're looking for well, I would be looking for the Ben Simmons just straight up numbered base. I think it's numbered to 99, his base National Treasures card. Or obviously you'd be looking for Jaylen Brown, who just dropped 50 the other night because he's an absolute animal waiting to be freed from the black hole that is Jason Tatum. And then you'd also be looking for Brandon Ingram, and I guess Siakam would be in there, and DeJounte Murray. So that 2016 class is turning out to be something special because DeJounte Murray is the real deal, fellas. You let a team like the Lakers grab him, or like the Heat, or somebody who needs a point guard. He could be the Drew Holiday for a contending team and take them to the next level. So anyway, that case comes in at asset number 24 on the list. Number 23, we got to go off campus here. This is the biggest investment I've ever made in a prospect. So some of you are saying hell yes and clapping right now, and some of you are laughing in my face on this screen. I cannot wait to get your comments on this one. But this is a flawless logo man 1/1 Kevin Porter Jr. rookie card. I think this would be considered, in my opinion, his second best rookie card in the world, behind the National Treasures logo man 1/1. Some people might argue that his Prism Black 1/1 would come before this. I don't. It's on card. It's logo man. It's graded a BGS 8.5, which I am absolutely fine with. It's awfully close to getting a 9. Not that that matters on a 1/1. But I wonder where this card is in comparison to what I paid for it. He's been incredibly up and down. If you know anything about basketball, if you're a true prospector and you know what to look for when it comes to NBA prospects, this dude on the floor checks every box except he has not made shots consistently. Every other box he checks it. He's got amazing offensive instincts. He's got great size, prototypical size for his position, elite lateral athleticism, pretty good horizontal athleticism and leaping ability. He reminds me of a younger Harden with probably a little more shake, but a little less mass to him. Obviously, he's got to overcome his off-the-court stuff, man. And so you pray for a kid like this, that he gets it together, and that he has the right people around him. Hopefully, John Lucas. It looked like he had him on track, and then he walked out of a game the other day. So who knows? This is probably why I'm sort of transitioning out of modern prospecting a little bit more into the stable stuff and buying some more 90s. But that, believe it or not, card number 23 in my collection is an ultra-modern prospect who has a short fuse, Kevin Porter Jr. So going back to, let's go to card number 22 in the collection. Guess what? It is a BGS Pop 2 with just 3 graded higher of Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Another beautiful card that pops. This card, in my opinion, looks better than an 8. So some of the cards that we've looked at looked like bad 8s or bad 8.5s. This card looks like a 9.5 or a 9 to me. or a PSA 8 to me. Beautiful, beautiful condition. Like we said, it's real easy to pick up white chipping and flaking on the edges, and you really got to zoom in to see it on this card. It just looks really good. You know, on the back you see Dream in those vintage pinstripes, 7 foot, 255. I think he was actually like 6'10", they said. Started out as a goalkeeper in Africa, believe it or not, and then just outgrew the sport of soccer. But Hakeem comes in at card number 22 on my list. So last card of this episode, card number 21, the King comes back, who has been on a tear lately in the NBA. He's got to be top 5 in MVP voting again. This is a pop 4, guys. So this comes from, as you guys know, one of my favorite sets in the world, the 2012 Prism set. These flecks you see, I don't know if y'all can see these flecks on the screen. Those are on the case, it's lint or whatever. It's not on the card itself. The card is pretty well centered. It's a Gem Mint PSA 10. That makes it a pop 4 card. Anybody who doesn't know about this set, do the research. Greens are, in my opinion, based on the numbers I've looked at in the grading, my guess is greens were a 1/4 print run of silvers. And silvers, I think, were like 1 per box or something bananas like that. I don't know. I've never opened a box. They're like $1 billion now. So I never will open a box. I'm not that type of gambler. But I can tell you the greens are really, really, really scarce. They're obviously not as scarce as the golds, I don't think, which are numbered to 10, but there are not a lot of greens out there. Go look for yourself. Go do the research. I've stacked a few of them. I'm not telling you what to go buy, and I certainly don't need to pump this card. It pumps itself. But I think this set, especially the parallels, the silver, green, and gold, that's all there was. Silver, green, gold, and base. The silver, green, and gold. The gold took off, but the silver and the green are starting to move a little bit because I think people are realizing how low pop they are. And at some point, the world's got to start looking at this set and realize the base of 2012 is like the silver for 2017. There's fewer base than there are, silvers in 2018 and 2019 in PSA 10. So I think the base card, generally speaking, has got a little bit of a bad rep. Even though what applies, this overpopulation of 2018, 19, and 20 doesn't necessarily hold true for cards in this particular year, 2012 Prism. Those base cards weren't printed like they are today. But anyway, this is card number 21, this LeBron. I'm really happy to have it. It is a pop 4. And so that concludes episode number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We got 2 more episodes after this where we count down the top 20 assets in my collection. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I've got too many PMG Reds, or if those are bad moves, or if I should have just bought Jordan. I always ask myself that every time I buy any card, is like, why didn't I just buy more Jordan? But it gets boring. And so you want to diversify, and you want to buy different stuff, and you want to follow different rabbit holes, and you want different hobby goals. And I think I'm finally come to the conclusion that I'm a set collector by nature. And I think you guys will start to understand that more the more my videos that you watch. But anyway, this concludes episode 3. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.